quite the build of tension throughout. There was like a master class in tension and release, and they did all of it in less than 5 minutes. So props to them for that. Love this animation style. There was some hyper realistic textures throughout, especially right from the beginning, balanced with this joyful, colorful, eye catching animation. And I loved getting to see the food chain play out in the way it does in nature and see the dazzling dance. And we got whisked away from the hyperrealism to the comedy fantasy of this romantic dance between our spider and our praying mantis. And then we also got the harsh we ended off, it was funny, but it was also the harsh realities of prey and predator, and that no one is safe, and there is a lot of tension built into that. So I thought this was a really well executed piece. I thought there's the perfect amount of cheekiness, but lots of the humor came from just the harsh realities of someone is going to get eaten to survive.
This really does showcase the food chain, but uses comedy to make it light. So it showed how each species, how they handle prey, deal with prey, how they handle conflict with other animals, insects rather. And then the ending and the finality of it, it really added humor to it as well. Just the quickness of the bird, you know, knocking them all out. And the thing about this is the food chain can continue and continue and continue. But it was just a really interesting comedic approach to it.
The character design was fantastic. The overall visual aesthetic was just appealing. It was just really bold and engaging in a way. You really just kind of wanted to see more of it. Really, what little insect next? They were all just beautifully designed. Just so much detail in the right places, so much expression, and such a great job at telling a story visually, using those great visuals and telling the great story strictly visually. It's really quality filmmaking, brilliantly done. I really enjoyed it.
This leaf or feather falling from the sky onto the ground really leads us to have such a strong introduction to something that we can immediately connect with and be familiar with. I got that right away, and therefore got the tone and the feel and the representation of the world the filmmaker was building within this universe. You get to have this critter get caught by a praying mantis, and in doing so, a spider comes along, and it's sort of a face-off of who is going to succeed who is going to survive, who is going to eat who. And you get this nice, fun tango, quite literally, so to speak, of these bugs trying to take the other out while you're watching the character that you led into the story with be trapped, and you just sort of wait in anticipation of, is this character going to get out of the situation? How are they going to get out of the situation? And the villains that are sort of coming into play are getting distracted with themselves, and it's cute. The praying man, like the animation is done incredibly well, and you get a full, I got totally lost and immersed in the story. I wanted more. The characters didn't even speak, but even then, I don't even think I needed them to speak. But I thought if this was extended to a far bigger picture, I felt like I would have been immersed, fully immersed in that